Chapter 1 The Dreaming Ship. In a future not too distant from now, where the stars shimmered like tiny diamonds across the endless night sky, there was a ship known only as the Dreamer. It wasn't like any ordinary spaceship. No, this ship was powered by the dreams of its passengers. It was a marvel of technology, a ship that could travel not only through space, but also through time, weaving in and out of the fabric of dreams themselves. The captain of the ship was a young girl named Lyra. She was a dreamer at heart, her eyes filled with curiosity about the universe and all its wonders. Lyra had always known that the universe was full of stories waiting to be discovered. She was chosen to captain the Dreamer because of her unique ability to bring her dreams to life, which she had perfected ever since she was a child. One evening, as she sat in the captain's chair, the ship's control panel lit up with a soft, ethereal glow. It was time for a new journey. The ship's artificial intelligence, named Echo, spoke in a voice as soft as a whisper in the wind. "Lyra, are you ready to begin another adventure? The stars are calling," Echo said, its voice a blend of wonder and curiosity. Lyra smiled, her fingers brushing the silver controls. "I'm ready, Echo. Where are we going tonight?" "The farthest reaches of the galaxy," Echo replied. "There is a place beyond the stars, where the dreamers of the universe gather. We shall journey to the nebula of memories." With that, the ship's engines hummed to life, and the stars outside began to blur into streaks of light, as though the ship was slipping through the very fabric of the cosmos itself. Chapter 2 The Nebula of Memories. As the Dreamer sailed through the vastness of space, Lyra could feel the pulse of the ship matching her heartbeat. They were entering a place where no ordinary traveler could go, a place where the boundaries of time and space bent in strange ways. The Nebula of Memories was not just a physical location, but a place of dreams, where every star was a story, and every cloud in the nebula held the dreams of beings from every corner of the universe. It was said that if you stayed in the nebula long enough, you could see the dreams of civilizations long gone, the hopes and fears of worlds that had faded into history. As they approached, the nebula loomed before them, a swirl of colors and lights constantly shifting like a giant cosmic ocean. Lyra leaned forward in her chair, her breath catching in her chest. The nebula was even more beautiful than she'd ever imagined, its colors shifting between vibrant purples, blues, and greens. Echo spoke again. "Lyra, within the nebula lies the Hall of Lost Dreams. It is there that the most treasured memories of the universe are kept. But beware, not all memories are meant to be found." Lyra nodded, her curiosity burning bright. "What do you mean, Echo?" "Some dreams are lost for a reason," Echo replied, its tone darkening. "Some memories are not meant to be relived, for they may alter the course of time itself." Chapter 3 The Hall of Lost Dreams. The journey to the hall was long, and as they approached, the nebula seemed to grow thicker, the colors more vibrant, the light more alive. Finally, they arrived at the hall, a vast open space within the nebula, where stars floated like candles in the air. The walls of the hall were made of swirling stardust, constantly shifting and changing. Lyra stepped out of the Dreamer and into the hall, her footsteps light as she walked across the floor of shining stars. She marveled at the beauty of the place. Here, the memories of the universe were kept safe, preserved like treasures in a gallery of endless possibilities. Echo's voice echoed in her mind. Lyra, be careful. The memories you seek may not always be what they appear. Lyra was undeterred. She had always been a seeker, someone who believed that every memory was a story waiting to be told. She walked deeper into the hall, where a glowing orb floated in the center. It was said that this orb contained the most precious memories of all, the memories of those who had once shaped the universe. She reached out, her fingers brushing against the orb. The moment she touched it, the hall around her seemed to ripple, and a vision began to form before her eyes. Chapter 4. The Memory of the Lost World. The vision unfolded like a dream. Lyra found herself standing on the edge of a world, a planet filled with towering mountains and shimmering oceans. The sky above was a deep violet, and the air smelled of salt and something ancient. She was no longer on the dreamer. She was standing in the memory itself. As she looked around, she saw beings, creatures unlike any she had ever seen. They were tall and graceful, with eyes that seemed to glow with wisdom. They moved with a fluid grace, their bodies shimmering with energy. Lyra realized she was witnessing the memory of an ancient civilization, a people who had once thrived on this world, but had long since vanished. She could feel their presence all around her, like whispers in the wind. But as she watched, something began to change. The memory shifted, and the once vibrant world began to crumble. The sky darkened, and the oceans began to boil. The creatures of the world looked up in fear, and Lyra could feel their panic. What happened? Lyra whispered to herself, but there was no answer. Echo's voice echoed in her mind, calm but firm. The memory you are witnessing is of a world lost to time. It was destroyed by its own inhabitants, who sought power beyond their understanding. They tried to alter the very fabric of the universe, but in doing so, they doomed themselves. Lyra felt a pang of sadness. But why are these memories still here? Why were they not forgotten? Some memories cannot be erased, Echo replied. They remain as a warning to others. To remember the past is to learn from it. Chapter 5. The choice as the vision faded. Lyra found herself back in the Hall of Lost Dreams. The orb that had shown her the memory floated gently before her. She realized she had a choice. She could leave this place and continue her journey, or she could dive deeper into the memories and perhaps discover more worlds, more stories. Her fingers hovered over the orb once more. She knew the temptation was strong, but she also knew that not all memories should be uncovered, and that some things were better left untouched. Lyra took a deep breath, and with a sense of finality, she stepped back. Not today, she whispered. With that, she turned away from the orb and walked back toward the dreamer. Echo's voice, once more full of wonder, filled the air. You've made a wise choice, Lyra, Echo said. Some journeys are best left to the stars. This is just the beginning. The story could explore more about the ships, the different memories, and the worlds Lyra encounters. As we move forward, it could delve deeper into the complexities of space travel, the power of dreams, and the ultimate mystery of the dreamer itself.